CBS News Miami.
Good afternoon, and thank you for joining us. I'm Naja Sherman, and welcome to CBS News Miami's 4 p.m. Quickcast. Let's take a look at today's top stories. We are following a dangerous situation out of Southwest Miami-Dade. We are getting reports of a child who suffered injuries from a dog bite. Chopper 4 over the scene. This is along Southwest 244th Street and 182nd Avenue. No word yet on the condition of the child. Stay with us for the very latest. A risky rescue out of Miami Beach. Chopper 4 over the scene along Collins Avenue and 108th Street. You can see Miami Fire Rescue hoisting a person from a bridge. No word yet on the condition of that person.
Always alerting, always tracking. This is Next Weather.
And taking a live look outside, what a beautiful day across South Florida. A bit on the cool side, but the sun is out, so that makes it much better. Next weather meteorologist Cindy Pressler joins us now. And so, Cindy, it sounds like the weather may or may not stick around for a bit.
I think we're going to continue this pattern. And what a great week we are having right here. Look at all this sunshine again today. Beautiful, clear blue, bluebird skies. I like to call it that because the cobalt blue, nothing, no clouds out there really to be seen, at least right now. 72 degrees, so yes, it is on the cool side, and this morning temperature dropped down to 55, so we're going to stay kind of coolish heading through the week. Those winds have been gusty today. We're waiting for a cold front to come through. This front does not have any moisture with it. It is starved for that, so it will just pass through. Winds will be a little bit gusty this evening, and then tomorrow settling back to kind of a west-northwesterly flow again. And there's no rain out there, no moisture. It is dry air, and that is what's giving us these beautiful days. So winds right now gusting to 23 miles per hour out of the west-northwest. 10-mile-per-hour winds at Homestead, so gusty in spots, and then others it kind of kicks back just a little bit. These gusty winds will back down overnight, and tomorrow looking for winds again, this time turning to a northerly direction, should be at about 10 to 15, maybe a gust occasionally up to 15 miles per hour. But because of the gusty winds that we have a small craft advisory goes into effect at 7 p.m. this evening. This is going to last through about 7 a.m. on Friday. That's right along the Atlantic coast. You could see seas up to 7 feet, and some of these gusts could reach 25 knots. So boaters, mariners, that's something to keep in mind. Lows tonight, we're dropping to about 54 degrees, so similar to last night. And of course, you get away from the water in the interior areas, you could find some temperatures dropping into the upper 40s. It is a possibility. Clear skies. Clouds will start coming in tomorrow, though, and our temperature lows overnight pop up just a bit on Friday, then back down again. And then as we head into Sunday and Monday of next week, temperatures really begin to settle out and warm up. So your forecast with the front that's going to slide through, winds out of the north, breezy a little bit for Thursday. Clouds also, we're looking at more cloud cover, but high pressure scooting along the Gulf Coast and then northern Florida. That's going to keep it dry and mild as we head through Friday and Saturday. By the way, we've got Groundhog Day coming up on Friday, so we've got something to watch for there. But as that high moves east, winds will start turning. This will allow the next storm system that's going to travel all the way across the country, develop an area of low pressure along the northern Gulf, drag a warm front through first, and then a cold front. That'll bring a chance for showers and possibly some thunderstorms. We're going to have to keep an eye on that too, but not a lot of rain, up to 1/4 of an inch. This is going to take us through Sunday and Monday. Those will be the 2 days. Groundhog forecast, at least here for South Florida. Mild temperatures, but look at the clouds. So if we had a groundhog here, he would probably not see his shadow, and that means we have spring coming early. Doesn't really matter. Our temperatures are very spring-like. Best chance for rain coming in Sunday and Monday.
Thank you, Cindy. Right now, residents are being forced to move out of their building in Hollywood. CBS News Miami's Ted Scouten explains why.
Tenants here at the Pierce House Apartments in Hollywood now evicted from their homes. You can see the moving trucks are here. The problem that we're being told is that it's raw sewage. The city of Hollywood gave them until 2 this afternoon to leave. According to the city, the building is on septic, not sewer. We were told that the system was in such bad shape that raw sewage was spilling into a courtyard where kids play and in an alleyway flowing into a storm drain. People spent the day moving their belongings. Many are trying to figure out where they're going to go.
This is mind-boggling. I've never dealt with anything like this in my life, and I'm just lost.
A city task force is here trying to hook up residents with options as they try to figure out what they'll do next. Coming up at 5, we'll speak to a family who's looking for a place to go. In Hollywood, Ted Scouten, CBS News Miami.
New at 4, Walt Disney's lawsuit accusing Florida Governor Ron DeSantis of retaliating against the company was dismissed by a federal judge. A U.S. district judge granted DeSantis' motion to dismiss the suit. The ruling, a major setback for Disney in its ongoing feud with DeSantis. He has moved to strip the company's control of the governing district in Central Florida, and that includes Disney World. Spring break right around the corner, and Miami Beach city leaders are already setting curfews. CBS News Miami's Joan Murray breaks down what to expect.
I'm Joan Murray on Miami Beach. The calendar is turning. We're getting closer to spring break, and today city leaders made some changes that will happen. Here's a list. In March, we are going to see limited beach entry, security checkpoints at the beach entries, increased law enforcement, higher parking rates, double the towing rate up to $500 citywide, and there will be traffic plans for the neighborhoods. There will be more restrictions on the busiest weekends, March 7th through the 11th and March 14th to 18th. DUI checkpoints, license plate readers. They're even talking about putting parking at a rate of $100 a day during those busy times. Now, we talked to the mayor. Here's what he had to say.
We are going to make it more difficult to have the level of crowds that we've seen that have caused us problems.
If things get really rowdy, the city is looking at imposing curfews. The mayor also said he doesn't rule out in the future perhaps getting metal detectors on Miami Beach. Joan Murray, CBS News, Miami.
The Florida Democratic Party is calling for the resignation of Miami Mayor Francis Suarez. This comes after the Miami Herald reported that Suarez pushed for a no-bid contract that could have personal benefits for him. According to party chair Nikki Fried, Suarez repeatedly uses his public office for private gain. They say his actions are a gross violation of public trust. The Florida Democratic Party is calling for his immediate resignation. We have reached out to Miami Mayor Suarez for comment. We'll let you know what he has to say as soon as we hear back. New details into the arrest of OnlyFans model Courtney Clenney's parents. Take a look. These are the mugshots of Kim and Deborah Clenney. They were arrested in their home in Austin, Texas. It is in connection with their daughter's murder case. Kim, Deborah, and Courtney are charged with 1 count of unauthorized access of a computer system, or electronic device of Christian Obumseli. Courtney Clenney is charged with the stabbing death of her then-boyfriend Christian Obumseli in Miami. She says she acted in self-defense. She is expected in court tomorrow. And today, just in, we received a statement from the Obumseli family attorney. It says in part, quote, "The Obumseli family is saddened to hear the reports that Courtney's parents illegally took possession of Christian's laptop. This is yet another disturbing reminder of the horrible crimes committed against their family." When we come back, the CEOs of 5 of the biggest social media companies are on Capitol Hill. What lawmakers want to see changed when it comes to kids.
Hey everybody, I'm Betty Nguyen.
And I'm Terry Hornstein. Coming up tomorrow on CBS News Miami Morning Edition, we're inching closer to wedding season.
Yeah, so what makes Miami one of the top cities to get married in, and tips to cut some costs? That's tomorrow morning.
Welcome back to CBS News Miami's 4 p.m. Quickcast. 5 of the most powerful tech CEOs gave testimony in front of Congress. It's to answer questions about whether they do enough to protect children from sexual exploitation online. CBS News Miami's Natalie Brandt reports from Capitol Hill.
Meta CEO Mark Zuckerberg told the Senate Judiciary Committee he's proud of the work his company, which owns Facebook and Instagram, has done to improve child safety online.
Over the last 8 years, we've built more than 30 different tools, resources, and features that parents can set time limits for their teens using our apps.
He, along with the CEOs of X, TikTok, Snap, and Discord, all faced heavy criticism from lawmakers about child sexual exploitation on social media.
Meta's Instagram helped connect and promote a network of pedophiles. Snapchat's disappearing messages have been co-opted by criminals who financially extort young victims.
Ahead of the hearing, SNAP says it will now support the Kids Online Safety Act, a bipartisan bill that mandates platforms to stop recommending harmful content to kids. Meta says it will prohibit people 19 and older from messaging teens who don't follow them on Instagram. But some parents say the social media companies are not doing enough to protect kids from the dangers on their platforms.
You know, it seems like these big tech companies, they know exactly how to make it work for them, and the parents don't know what's going on.
Tammy Rodriguez's 11-year-old daughter, Selena, died by suicide after what her mom calls an extreme addiction to Snapchat and Instagram.
She had 7 Instagram accounts I had no idea about, and she had men that were, accosting her to exploit her.
Both Republicans and Democrats on the committee are calling for amending a regulation that shields tech companies from being sued by users. Natalie Brand, CBS News, Washington.
New images this afternoon show what could possibly be Amelia Earhart's long-lost plane. A company says sonar images reveal what could be her plane resting 16,000 feet below the surface. The images were taken just north of the equator in the Central Pacific Ocean. She began her ill-fated trip around the world from Hialeah back in 1937. And here's what's coming up all new on CBS News Miami at 5. New state legislation is once again targeting the trans community. We break down the changes to the Florida's driver's license policy. That's ahead at 5. And that's your CBS News Miami Quickcast. I'm Naja Sherman. Stay tuned for more news right here on CBS News Miami and have a wonderful day.